Yeah, hi guys. So, hoping to taste like soap. Hoping to be wheat, not a tear. So yeah, this person just came to give me something to think about. Noticed here, 117 subscribers, so I'd say that's the Lord telling me to be gentle on this one. Now, a lot of us woke up about this time, right? And we all started on our sanctification sort of path, removing ourselves from the world and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I got this person had comment on my channel there, a couple of comments, so it got my attention. So yeah, I noticed like there's a lot of bookmarks here on a lot of stuff. I think most of you guys would know Mark Allison and that. I used to watch him, but he got a bit, boring after a while and got on my nerves. But it's sort of not scripturally based. I sort of needed to get more towards scripture based. So you got Return of the King, he's really good. Jay Coombs, he keeps you, in the good ministry sort of thing. So I like him. It's really good. So Economic Times, a lot of things you got to keep an eye on, which is good. There's Brother Dana. Yeah, so some good ones there. The Rustling Kids, okay, for some info and that. Raw Pen, I like Raw Pen. So yeah, there's just good channels for getting info and that sort of stuff. This one's got sciencey stuff and all that, which is really cool. Oh, really cool channel there. You should check that one out. That one's awesome. Ray's Astrology, yeah, I like Ray's Astrology. It's pretty cool. And Steve, of course, Steve Fletcher. I used to follow Steve, but he attacked the Watchmen and all that sort of stuff a couple of times, and it was pretty nasty. And then went and did the same stuff himself. And he basically just does how about tomorrow, how about tomorrow, how about tomorrow, and it gets a bit boring after a while. So some things you just got to stop following because it's wasting your time. There's always someone with better fruit to go and have a look at, and that's what God does. He gives you little hurdles and things to jump over as you go and sort out what you're eating, because if you're eating everything at the same time, then you are what you eat. You're not getting all the good food, you're getting rough stuff that's not really worth keeping. So Al Jazeera, I used to follow them just to see what Islam was lying about basically, because that's Muslim channel, and they're prone to lies. India Today was alright, but they started being run by Al Jazeera, a lot of their stuff, I noticed. Most of the news channels are a bit rough. This guy here, he's a bit more of a sensationalist. And I used to watch him too, but I think he's all a bit more about the views. And there's another one, Dabu77. He's the same fella, I think. So yeah, these ones that are more about the views, I'll get rid of. This one, the 1111 sign, I like him. I watched him for a fair while, but he's sort of not really in my line with my brethren sort of thing. I like the Bible studies and all that sort of stuff. He's getting there. He's catching up. He's after the truth. That's why I like him. Alright, above the norm. Yeah, so anyway, this person is running around grabbing a bit of everything and whacking it all into playlists to catch up with that sort of stuff, which is fair enough because I've done all this sort of stuff too. But I've weeded out the ones that are time wasters and all that sort of stuff after a while. So the reason why this person drew my attention in the first place was obviously the name title, hoping to be weak. You need to know you're weak. It's like being saved. You either know you're saved or you're hoping. So Yeah, how do you? I once heard it explained by a really good minister. I mean, it must be a really good minister. The object of this thing isn't to get out of here as soon as you can, but rather to endure here as long as you possibly can. The longer you stay here in this reality, the more it glorifies God. So, yeah, all you people that would plan on dying at 100, you just cut that out, alright? And that's what we can do here stuff. So anyway, yeah, I get the glory for God thing. Fine, cool. But anyway, I'd really like to know who this really good minister is. And so I asked it. Obviously, I knew I wasn't going to get told who this really good minister was, because this person is the minister, I'd say. At 7:26, Harpazo, funny that, isn't it? The final Antichrist isn't going to pretend to be Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's Chuck Meisler's video. Pretend to be Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ actually is the Antichrist. So Jesus is his own Antichrist. The Christ is the Antichrist. Names aren't allowed to be translated. Oh, okay. So if you've got like any name in any other language, you're not allowed to translate it so people know what it means. So Christ's name was never Jesus. The word true is not true. You'll notice. It's an untrue true. The true Son of the Most High God and Father in heaven is Yeshua. Which means he saves, or he will save. But I'm not allowed to translate that, otherwise you might understand what it means. And if you understand what his name means, then you might know him. You'll end up knowing who he is. Right? So you can't have that. If people start knowing God, that's terrible. You got to say Yeshua so you don't get to know him. Because it's in another language and you're not allowed to change languages. We have all been tricked into thinking that they were the same person, but they're not. They are two separate people. So Satan has managed to get the whole Christian world, like all of them, all the Christians except for this person, to worship the name of the Antichrist for the part of 526 years. So why 526 years? I might look into that from that board, but like even KJV is like just over 400 years, so I'm not sure how they figure that out. That's why America is going to end up being end times Babylon, because it's been spreading a false gospel across the whole earth. So what I'm saying is this person here does no study other than all these mixed up channels, and most of them are messed up in the head and not really interested in finding the truth. They're just interested in sensationalizing stuff and being interesting so they can retain people like this to watch their channels, because pretty lights make cats go run after them, so you wave something around and come and follow. Whereas truth doesn't sell, it's boring. Truth is boring, it doesn't sell. So anyway, yeah, that's my thing on these on a lot of these channels, is they're good for a bit of info every now and then, but you can't make a diet out of it, otherwise you start to think like this. This is a really bad way of thinking. Alright, God bless.